2026 is not going to break people because of money, not because of politics, not even because of technology. It will break people because of something quieter, something most won't see coming, their own unconscious. If you don't understand what's happening inside you, 2026 will expose it brutally. And if you stay unconscious, it won't just hurt. It will decide your life for you. This video is not motivation, it's preparation. And if you stay till the end, you'll understand exactly why some people will collapse in 2026, while others will become psychologically unshakable. Most people think the future is about speed, about learning faster, adapting faster, hustling harder. Carl Jung saw the future very differently. He believed the real danger of modern life was not external chaos, but internal division. A person can function perfectly and still be internally fractured. They work, they earn, they smile, they post, they succeed, but inside, they are disconnected from themselves. 2026 amplifies this condition because the world is becoming faster, louder, and more demanding, while the human psyche is becoming more suppressed, more numb, and more fragmented. Jung warned, what remains unconscious does not disappear. It doesn't rest. It doesn't forgive. It waits. And when pressure increases, it takes control. This is why people don't suddenly burn out. They don't randomly explode. They don't unexpectedly collapse. They were carrying unresolved inner material for years. 2026 will simply remove the distractions. Here is the psychological truth most people avoid. The future belongs to those who have integrated their shadow, not the loud, not the confident, not the constantly positive, but the psychologically whole. Let's talk about what will actually break people in 2026. First, identity collapse. Most people today don't know who they are. They know their role, their job, their image, their persona. Jung called this the persona trap. The persona is useful, but when you mistake it for your whole identity, you become fragile. When the role changes, when the job shifts, when validation disappears, the psyche panics. 2026 is a year of identity pressure. If you've never asked, who am I without my role? Who am I without approval? Who am I without performance? The answer will be forced on you, and it won't be gentle. Second, emotional backlog. Most adults are emotionally unfinished. Anger they never expressed, grief they never processed, boundaries they never learned to set, truths they never spoke. They call this being strong. Jung called it repression. Repressed emotion doesn't vanish. It goes underground. It becomes the shadow. And under pressure, the shadow doesn't whisper. It takes over. In 2026, many people won't fail because they lack skills. They'll fail because their nervous system is overloaded by years of unprocessed emotion. Third, constant distraction has destroyed inner listening. Phones, noise, content, endless stimulation. People are no longer present in their own lives. Jung believed disconnection from the inner world leads to psychological exhaustion, even when life looks fine externally. This is why people say, I'm tired of everything, without knowing why. In 2026, the people who cannot sit with themselves will feel unbearable pressure, because silence will expose everything they've been avoiding. So what is the mindset that survives 2026? Not hustle, not optimism, not motivation, integration. Integration means you stop running from uncomfortable feelings. You stop suppressing reactions. You stop pretending you're fine when you're not. You begin relating consciously to what already exists inside you. Anger becomes information. Fear becomes guidance. Withdrawal becomes a signal, not a weakness. Jung believed this process was the foundation of individuation, not becoming better, becoming whole. A person who has integrated their shadow is not easily shaken. They don't explode. They don't numb out. They don't collapse under pressure, because nothing inside them is fighting for attention. They've already listened. This is why 2026 will divide people clearly. Those who avoided inner work will experience chaos externally. Those who faced themselves honestly will experience clarity, even in uncertainty. Here is the uncomfortable truth. You don't prepare for the future by learning more strategies. You prepare by removing internal resistance. You prepare by asking, what part of me have I been ignoring? What emotion keeps repeating? What reaction keeps returning? Because whatever you refuse to face consciously will control you unconsciously. 2026 is not coming to test your strength. It's coming to test your awareness. And awareness is not comfort, it's responsibility. The responsibility to stop lying to yourself, to stop hiding behind roles, to stop silencing your own signals. If something in this video felt unsettling, that's not fear, that's recognition. And recognition is the beginning of real psychological power. You don't need to become someone new. You need to stop abandoning who you already are. That is the mindset that survives 2026.